to be on my show. You don't have to be a star, baby, but you better be bold. One more time, one more time, one more time. Yeah, shake my pom pom. Listen, good evening to you and yours. And of course, welcome to the Little Hut podcast. Friday evening, 10 p.m. And no, I did not get paid. Anyway, welcome inside the Little Hut podcast. Brown on Cleveland. And of course, you know me. My name is Kimberly F. Brown. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course, before we get this party started this evening, I have to give a shout out to my number one sponsor. Don't forget that if you're looking for a single home, commercial property, or new development, you want to go and check out Aletha Johnson of the Dream Team Realty. Now call her, okay? Now call her at 216-375 3681. 216-375-3681. And the other sponsor, of course, is Garfield Heights Concerned Citizens. Then we have Dana Anderson of Fearless Designs. And of course, we know that she has her fall fashion coming up on Saturday, October 12th at the Civic Center. Damn right, featuring forecast. So, of course, you want to reach out to Dana Anderson on Facebook and ask her, Dana, how can I get me some tickets to the Fall Fearless Design Fashion Show? And at the end of this broadcast on my Facebook page, I will send you her contact information. Once again, that's Saturday, October 12th. Welcome to Brown, 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 that damn Brown on Cleveland. So this evening, oh my God, what is this world coming to? We're going to talk about money, bullying, vacancies, and a damn right trifling living situation. And all I can ask now is where are the damn elected officials? You wanted to seat, so you need to walk your district and walk your ward and help the people that are struggling. Quit being so concerned about a presidential race when you can't even take care of your own neighborhood that you were elected to serve. Damn right, Brown on Cleveland. And yes, I said it. I did. So come on, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. I want to go first to the city of Akron. Akron is a hot ass mess all day long. But I want to talk about their school superintendent. His name is Michael Robinson. Now, here's the problem I have with the city of Akron and Michael Robinson. Now, this is according to the Akron Beacon Journal. They stated that Mr. Robinson sent a message to the educators of the Akron School District. I guess they've had a lot of complaining, maybe some shiggity boo and some shiggity ain't and shiggity can't. But Mr. Robinson let them know that before you run to your union, you better come through the proper procedures of the Board of Akron, whatever their policies may be. Because they also said that he said, it's not Kimberly Brown saying it, so I'm not shaking my pom poms on this one. They stated that he stated that, hey, if you go to the union without coming to the board, you may suffer some consequences. Oh boy, I tell you. People in position. Now, I don't know if that's what he said. I don't even know if that's the proper way of interpreting what was said. But what I do know is this: I know that we can't tolerate bullying, period. According to the city of Akron, Akron has a no tolerant bullying policy. Now, they say that Akron City Schools, Akron Public Schools, they're supposed to be safe, positive, productive, and nurturing. So, if they're supposed to be all of these things, then why would a superintendent send a subliminal message to the educators when the educators want to use their unions as their advocates? Is that a violation of the labor laws? Don't know, don't know, don't know. However, if I was Mr. Robinson, I would be very careful about those words that leave my oral cavity. Now, this is what they're saying that he stated. Those who do not follow our protocol will face disciplinary measures. Man, and we talk about our kids being a bully. Sometimes these man made titles will make a man or a woman say many things out of their mouths that they probably don't mean. But just the mere fact that somebody has a title, what would make them say something so stupid? Because that's stupid. That's stupid. You don't send a threatening message to teachers and employees that you need. Because in today's economy and in today's labor force, most people I know, they'll just walk away. And one thing I do know is this: you can't run a school system by yourself. So, Mr. Robinson, this is for you. Yeah! Be careful about those subliminal messages because it's not a good look. All right, city of Akron, let's go to the city of Cleveland. Now, this is where I live. Now, I got to talk about Mayor Justin Bibb. Two things. Now, there's a lot of conversation going on about this $400,000 that the city of Cleveland must give back or return to the I, the R, and the S. And I really don't get this entire situation because money is money is money, but not really. Because if the city of Cleveland got money on the books for services that the citizens desire, and if they're in a bond form, that money is supposed to be spent immediately, or from my understanding, at least 85%. What would make a mayor and his progressive team sit on dollars that should have been spent? Well, I have my theories about this. Maybe if Mayor Justin Bibb wasn't so busy traveling to Ireland and to the DNC convention and other places and just took care of the business of the city of Cleveland, maybe he would have an understanding about what's going on in this city. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, because I voted for him, I really did. But I'm trying to figure out if this guy just wanted the seat to travel on the backs of Clevelanders. Because I don't see any improvement in the city at all. And anytime he wants to come inside the Little Hut podcast and have that conversation, he can. The other thing I want to talk about the city of Cleveland, we want to go back to this car crash that occurred several months ago. Remember that one? And remember, the news reported that there was approximately $26,000 worth of damages. And I asked a couple of weeks ago, who's going to pay for that? Well, Fox 8 News followed up and did an investigation because they wanted to know the same thing that I wanted to know. What happened to the driver of the car? Well, lo and behold, according to Fox News, that's Channel 8, now they telling us that nothing happened. No penalties to the driver. The driver did not get suspended. He didn't get fired. He didn't get written up. So, if he didn't suffer any consequences, what really happened the day that the driver had the accident? Did Mayor Bibb advise the driver to go through the light because he did not want to be late for a meeting? Who is really at fault? And let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm not saying that Mayor Bibb instructed him, but I pause with this question. What man or woman in their right mind, in their crazy mind, would drive through a red light with their director, their boss, their supervisor, their sergeant in the back of a car? Who? Nobody. So I wish that there was a camera, a microphone, a recording inside of the vehicle so people like me can get a better understanding of what happened that day when Mayor Bibb driver went through the light and caused an accident that cost taxpayers approximately $26,000. My name is Kimberly Brown, Brown on Cleveland, and I'm asking the question. And maybe one day when Mayor Justin Bibb is bold enough and brave enough, he can come inside the Little Hut podcast and ask that question. But one thing I know about him is this: when people are asking him direct questions, hard questions, he don't respond or he runs. But then when he wants to shake his pom poms, he's all in the camera. Well, this is not a time to shake the pom poms because election 2025 is right around the corner. And he has some explaining to do. Brown, 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 that damn Brown on Cleveland, and he deserves this as well. Ow! Let's go to the city of Garfield Heights. Inside the Little Hut podcast, damn it, and it's hot. Oh, if you live in Garfield Heights and if you frequent the Garfield Plaza on Rockside and Turney like I do, you know where they have Marks and Big Lots and City Trends. They have the dental office where I go. I do. That's where I go. That's my dental office. At one point, several weeks ago, there was a Democratic office that was positioned over by Dollar General. Days later, after that, the office disappeared. And the office was there because the neighborhood news newspaper, they did a brief story about the Dems opening a political office. And I remember riding by one day and I saw all of these political signs in the window. Then, lo and behold, several days or several weeks later, it magically disappeared. Well, I don't live in the city of Garfield Heights, so I really don't care. However, I've been receiving some phone calls telling me that some shiggity boo had occurred. And the number one question is what happened to the office? Now, here's the thing from my understanding, and if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. In Garfield Heights, they have something called the DEM PAC. And I believe that's a bunch of Dems. And the president is a young man who's also a council person. His name is Clifford Kelly. Okay, I get it. Then there was another group that was recently developed. It's called the Future of Garfield Heights. And it was established by, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, the city ward leader, Garfield Heights city ward leader, and his name is Frank Wagner. Now, from my understanding, let me be clear. It was the future of Garfield Heights who allegedly paid for this office that's no longer there. Listen, y'all, I don't know what's going on in Garfield. All I know is this: one day the office was there, and one day it's not. They tell me that some monies were exchanged somewhere. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Not my fight, not my argument. I don't live in Garfield Heights. However, I did write a story about it on Newsbreak. Check it out under Brown on Cleveland. All I know is this: one would think that the Dems would be unified as a unit, as one. Why would somebody start another damn group in Garfield Heights? Damn it, when you already have one. That is some nonsense, shiggity boo. And anybody who participates in the separation of a political party that's supposed to be the same party is just simply dumb. What is the mission? What is the vision? Are you guys not all Dems? Are you just dumb? I don't get it. So here's my thing to both Clifford Kelly and Frank Wagner. You guys are both men. Why don't you guys just sit your ass down, sit in the corner somewhere, fight it out like men? Whatever infighting you guys have going on, keep it behind closed doors. If there was supposed to be an office, find out together why the office is no longer there. If you guys have shut down the office, just tell the public, man, put a sign up and tell them where the new office will be located. That takes care of everything. Who's ever handling your finances, fellas, have a check and balance system in place. That's all you got to do. But all this separatism, it doesn't make sense. Bad enough, you got the Republicans fighting the Dems fighting the Republicans. And really, real talk, when I go through your neighborhood, it really don't look like too many elected officials nor the city ward leader really gives a crap about the community, because some parts of Garfield Heights look like, and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So why don't y'all be mindful and take care of the business of the citizens and keep all of that infighting behind closed doors? So because of that, hell, y'all get it too. Brown, 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 that damn brown on Cleveland. Now, I want to go to the city of Maple Heights. Listen, I don't work for y'all. I'm at home minding my own business. But one thing is for certain: when residents call me out to your city, Kimberly Brown, I am going, as long as the concern is valid. I don't play favorites. I look at it as such. You campaign for the seat. You spent money for the seat. You ran for the seat. The people put you in the seat. Now work the damn seat. Don't take people for granted. I went to Maple Heights yesterday, you guys, and I went on a street called Clare Avenue where they have some apartment buildings. And the apartment buildings are atrocious. Some are. Some look as though no one should be living there. Now, I know that the economy is pretty tight, And I know that city services are not up to par, but that's not the consumer's fault at all. So don't use that as an excuse. You guys have building inspectors, housing inspectors. Why aren't they out looking at these buildings, making sure that the buildings are up to par for the course? You cannot have people living in deplorable situations. What about the quality of life? Where are the city officials? Now, I get called over to Clare Avenue, and the first thing people want to tell me is this: we ain't seen a councilwoman. She's like a ghost. So, of course, I know who the councilwoman is. Her name is Tina Stafford Marbury. Councilwoman Marbury is also the chair for building and housing. Not only does she sit on the committee, but she's the chair. Damn. You the chair, you the council person, and people over in District 6 and apartment buildings, they have issues and they don't know how to contact you. Now, here's a real problem that I have. I understand why some of these people don't want to be visible, but they still would like to see you. They just don't want their names told because they don't want to be evicted and they don't want to be retaliated against. They don't want to come to a council meeting. Follow me. However, if they could send a relative there to speak on their behalf, they would do so. But because Maple Heights council people, council president is not the smartest, brightest apple in the barrel, they put up boundaries and barriers to stop citizens from speaking. Now, let me remind you, if you do not live in the city of Maple Heights, you cannot come and advocate on behalf of behalf of your mother, father, sister, brother, whatever the case may be, unless you're white. If you're white in Maple Heights, if you're white and you want to visit Maple Heights, if you're white and you want to talk about issues in Maple Heights, then you are welcome to speak. Isn't that right, Council President Ron Johnson? Ron Jackson. Isn't that right, Council President Ron Jackson? You know I'm telling the truth. If you're white, you all right. If you're black, you got to step back because I still have not forgot about what you did when you tried to get me killed on that night when you called that white police chief to have me escorted out of a meeting because you thought I was going to talk about the corruption that was going on in the city of Maple Heights when a council person sent a threatening and disparaging letter to a white couple over in the city of Brecksville. So the point I'm making is this: if a relative who does not live in the city of Maple Heights, but their relative is being affected, affected by what's going on with an apartment building, and the maintenance people or the owners or the management company, you would prohibit them from speaking. But if they're of another color, if they're not black, you probably will let them speak. So when you put up barriers of such, please tell me, how were people supposed to be heard? How do they get help? What are they supposed to do? Maple Heights, y'all a hot ass mess. And you know what? I will shake my pom poms for Maple Heights. I have been shaking my pom poms for Maple Heights since 2015. Unbelievable. But it seems like every time I'm called over there for some shiggity boo, sometimes, man, all I can do really is just shake my head. Something has to happen. You guys have elected officials who are more concerned about going to another city to sit in their council meetings. Yeah, I heard about some council people going over to the city of Garfield Heights. You know, you spend 2 or 3 hours over there, but the same 2 or 3 hours you spend over there, you should have been walking. You should have been walking your neighborhood. And since I wrote that story on Newsbreak yesterday, I got people all over Maple Heights calling me about these slum lords in apartment buildings and slumlords who own houses in Maple Heights. And here again, I don't work for you guys. And I'm not going to come and keep doing your job trying to find a resolution for your residents. That's not going to happen. You guys have policies, procedures, legislation, ordinances in place. I suggest you guys learn how to do your job and do what you need to do. And let's make it very clear, I'm not talking to all of the council people in Maple Heights, but you know damn well who I am talking about. And as far as your administration is concerned, listen, I said it again. Stop hiring people because of political parties or because I like them, whatever the case may be. Hire people who know how to do the job. Maple Heights, listen, you are no different than the city of Cleveland, of Garfield, as far as dealing with these slum landlords. I don't know what the resolve is, but what I do know is this: you guys should really think about having a round table with your constituents who live in an apartment complex, have a private meeting where we're set inside, stay inside, and get these people some help. Stop being concerned about somebody else winning a seat when you can't even maintain your own seat that you won. Brown, 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 simply brown on Cleveland. And yes, I said it. I don't play favorites. My thing is always you turn a wrong into a right. And I will always do that until the day I die. My name is Kimberly F. Brown. Brown, 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 simply brown on Cleveland. Money, bullying, vacancy. Oh my goodness. And slum landlords that own apartment buildings and homes. That cannot be tolerated. So I tell you what, since all you guys are shaking your pom poms regarding this presidential election, I hope and I pray that your candidate wins, whoever they may be. And when they win, let's see how much they're going to shake their pom poms for your city and the residents that live under your leadership. Brown, brown, brown. My name is Brown on Cleveland. My time is up. Listen, I ain't got all day with you guys. But as I say always, I know I done made some more enemies today. Don't care. Don't care. Damn it, I don't care. But what I do know is this. I know some of you guys don't like me, and I'm okay with that because trust me, I don't like you either. But guess what? If you need me, I know you're going to call me. I advise you don't talk about me because I got a platform. I'll talk about you back, right? Meantime, in between time, you guys have a great day, great evening. I got stuff I got to do around the house. But as always, remember this: you don't have to be a star, baby, to be on my show. You don't have to be a star, baby. But listen, you better be bold. Brown, brown, brown. That damn.